Second Nature for Children is in the building. I hope everyone is doing well. Coach, how you doing?
Great, man. Great as always, man. How about yourself?
Great to see you, man. I'm doing absolutely great, Coach, and really want to jump on this topic tonight and really address, like, as we always do, dealing with the Black community and hoping that, we can reach somebody to begin to help us, always working to take us as a people to the next level and not talking about us, but definitely talking to us. Because to be very honest with you, Coach, I have a I have a strong passion, especially for Black people and especially, Coach, for our children. That's my main focus. So as we come in, settle down, folks, as you come in, definitely Facebook family, make sure you go over to YouTube, subscribe, like, hit that thumbs up, and make sure that you share this information because, like I always say, you need this information or some content, I'm sure, that we have put out because we're definitely dealing with us from the Black community. And I need my YouTube family to go over to Facebook, Second Nature for Children, and definitely check out the work that we're doing. I need everyone to go to our website, snfchildren.org, and see the great work that we're doing here in Atlanta with our youth. So, family, let's get ready. Coach, every time I come on, basically, I'm talking to you from either a conversation that I've had during the week with someone, and I was talking to a gentleman a little earlier this week, and I mentioned the word uneducated. And then when I finished, he said, not trying to correct you or anything, but he said himself, he said he used the word uninformed. That's what he said. So I said, well, give me a second to kind of think about it because anytime I hear something that I may go against, I have little bells go off. So I just need a second to just kind of get myself together. And so he kept mentioning, well, when you say uneducated, you may make the other person feel like, you have more education than them or you got more degrees. I'm like, no, you taking it somewhere else. I'm not, I'm not speaking of school education degree. I'm not speaking of that at all. And I said, I'm talking about when I say uneducated, I'm meaning uneducated to the point where we are not taught about certain things or we're not trained about certain things. That's what I'm talking about. It has nothing to do with your degree of this and that. When we're uneducated, simply we're untaught or we're untrained about something to prepare us to move us forward as a people and as a person. Because when you're uninformed, that means that you don't have knowledge of something. And I'm telling him, a lot of times you're informed, you do know. You're just not acting on what you know. And just like I told him, now watch this right here. This is what I got him at right here. I said, we have a youth program right here. And you yourself, you don't give your time, you don't help finance it. So it's not that you're uninformed that we are not here. No, you're informed. You're just not doing anything to, do you understand what I'm saying? So he said, oh,
man. And it's his prerogative, I mean, it's his prerogative, so.
Absolutely. So I'm just letting him know that a lot of times we are not struggling because we are uninformed, because a lot of times, and it takes more than just knowing a lot of times because you have to put wisdom to your knowing. So now you're knowing and you're acting on what you know. That's wisdom. That's being wise. But a lot of us, we have the knowledge of something, Even the Bible says in the book of Proverbs that we perish because of a lack of knowledge. Okay, now that's what it says. Now, I don't totally agree with that because I've found out a lot of times, coach, we don't perish because of a lack of knowledge. Because, like I just stated, a lot of times, we perish because of a lack of wisdom, because you're not acting on what you know.
Okay.
Are you with me?
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah. We're not perishing because you don't know. And just like I told them, you're informed, we here, but you're not acting on it. And so that's a problem that definitely we have in the Black community where we know, but a lot of times we show no concern. And that's a problem that we have. But for a minute, coach, I want to talk to you about a Black's loss. Now, we can use loss, LOSS, or I don't know how you're going to bring it, or if you want to use lost, LOST. I don't know how you want to bring it. But when I ask the question, I ask it from beginning a LOSS, loss, a Black's loss. I don't know how you're going to bring it. But that word loss, I'm bringing it from, it's a noun, okay? It's the fact or process of losing something or someone. So when I was speaking to a young lady earlier and I said, are Blacks lost? She said, hold on, that makes no sense. You can't put that in a sentence like that right there. Because she's saying that loss is the loss of a loved one. So she asking me, well, how can you say are Blacks lost, saying have are Blacks lost a loved one? She said that makes no sense. I said, what you have to understand is most words in the dictionary have more than one meaning.
One meaning, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So when I'm dealing with the word LOSS, I've taken it all the way down to probably about the sixth definition, where it speaks on something being perplexed, puzzled, uncertain. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's like I'm asking you, are Blacks uncertain about certain things? Are they? Are you see what I'm saying? Has nothing to do with a lost one, but I still can use LOSS for what I'm getting ready to explain. So it's simply just the fact of being unable to keep or maintaining something or someone. So have you ever found yourself where you kind of watching our behavior, people of color behavior, and you be like, damn, they lost. Had that ever came to you? I've been I'm in the community every day, but had that ever came?
Yeah, but I might do something different. But yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's troubling to me.
Okay.
Okay. Being passionate about my people, it's like, man, maybe one day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Maybe one day, but it is troubling. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Okay, and you know what, Coach? I'm so glad to hear that you have hope. You have hope. But let me tell you something, Coach. If we don't, as adults, begin to make a change now, we're really hurting our children. And I wish, and I'm with you, and I hope, but for some reason, unless us as a people can show me or I can begin to see it, I don't see nothing better happening no time soon. And whether someone getting their feelings and emotions, you calm down, settle down, and show me, because I'm in that community every day where I'm seeing things are getting worse. I'm reaching out to people where I'm seeing there's no concern. Even here now, watch this right here. Anyone at the sound of my voice, and we're going to get views, and we may not get a lot of views because when it comes to elevating us, we don't get a lot of views on taking us to another level because most of us, we love entertainment, some type of gimmicks, other things. But when it comes to taking us to another level, it don't draw a lot of people. So that's one thing I'm telling you why I see that no time soon we're going to move forward because it's not a lot of our interest. And especially helping others, it's so sad. And that's why one of the reasons I say, Coach, that we are lost. We are lost. And I don't see anytime soon we're being found. You understand? So I'm gonna let you go in and get your perspective, then I'll come back, Coach.
Well, I'm gonna go with LOST in terms of direction, not having direction, right? As a collective, of course. Okay. You know what I mean? Individually, you know, a lot of us got our stuff going on. We doing our thing, whatever you. But as a collective, man, what is our goal? What are we aiming for? Do most of us see ourselves as a collective, or we see ourselves as individuals? Still hoping to have that collective someday. I mean, I don't know, but these are questions I ask myself. These are questions that come to mind when, you know, I observe certain things, etc. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, like, what is our goal? What is our direction as a collective? When I look at us in society in 6 areas: mental, physical, spiritual, social, economical, political, where do we stand? Do we have any clout in those areas? Every time you turn, we the bottom of everything. You know what I mean? So collectively, there's no clout. Individually, yeah, to some degree, but we're not gonna get what we deserve separately. You know what I mean? It has to be together. I can only hope. I can only hope. That's all I can do, man. But it doesn't look good, but I'm gonna still hope. And I'm not only talking on a national level, local or national level. I'm talking internationally. There's no way after all this time, we see the different turmoil we face and people that look like us facing all over the world. And there's no way, shape, or form you can see a movement of trying to, you know, push us together so we can have that power in numbers. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So from that perspective, yeah, that's what I see. Yeah.
So are you saying that from that perspective, that LOST, that we are lost?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. As a collective.
As a collective. And to piggyback on that, absolutely, I go with LOST. And I think that one of the biggest reasons that we are lost is religion. Religion. I'm seeing where we have people trying to find themselves and claiming that this is us in the Bible. And it's always a conflict. It's always a conflict, even with the same sector. And let's do Christianity first. Let's do Christianity first. As a religion, we are definitely a lost people. Study taken from a land, taken from a culture, taught the European way of things. Now we're so lost to the point where we can't agree, we can't come together to make a difference. This is another reason I'm telling you where I can't see. And if someone could show me, I would love for them to hit me up and show me. I don't see no time soon us as a people doing anything to truly make a difference because we are a people of lost identity. We're still trying to find out who we are. We don't even, yeah, we don't even know. We can't get nothing done because we're fighting and debating about who we are. So we can't get nothing done. There's a war that's pulled over our eyes that if we're sitting on here debating, well, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, well, I'm a Christian, I don't believe that way, I don't believe. See, that keeps us from moving forward. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I got you. I got
We
you.
have to, yeah, we have to be very careful because religion is one of the biggest dividers. And religion is one of the biggest reasons that I can see now that as a people, no time soon we will get nothing done. You can't even bring Christianity groups together. Can't do it because everyone looks in the Bible, takes a scripture, takes a text, and interpret it the way that their group wants. Do you understand? So,
Yeah, I got
so,
you.
so by us being that divided within religion, coach, I just don't see it. I don't see us coming together. That's why when Malcolm was speaking about bringing us together long time ago, so this is nothing new. When he was speaking of bringing us together, he was trying to tell people of color, listen, when we come into this room to try to move forward as a people, leave your religion outside the door because we'll never get anything done when you come in here pushing a religion, when you come in here pushing a religion. We got to all come in here and push a black agenda. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I got you. Yep.
So,
Yep.
so I don't see, and I wish that I can be proven wrong on this. I wish I could be, but I don't see us no time coming together for the as religion, as a people, making a great movement forward. It's sad, but I don't see it. And our children, they are definitely far removed from Big Mama religion in 2023. They don't care. The children I work with in certain communities in the youth prison, they don't care nothing about your belief and your religion. So we got to learn how to deal with them on a different scale than trying to push a belief on them because this group is a rebellion group. You understand what I'm saying?
I
See,
got you.
grandmama and grandmama Nim was a lot of them was a very submissive group of people. And then you saw where you got your Harriet Tubmans and your Turner and all of these Sojourner. Then you had your few, and it's more that you can name that showed that rebellions. But now in 2023, you have plenty that's showing a rebellions, and that's our youth. And that's a problem that we're seeing because they're still trying to treat the youth as that submissive group of grandmama now. And that's a problem we're having because this young group of youth, boy, let me tell you something. They not with that religious thing at all. What you got to say about that?
I mean, I agree with you. Like I said, the only thing I can hold on to is hope, man.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't look good, it looks bleak, but that spirit in me, you know, partially have to hope that some way, some shape, or form, whether it's willingly or unwillingly, You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I always say, I know if it happened, it might have to be, we're forced to come together. We had no choice, because there's so many distractions,
Absolutely.
One person said African American, one said Black. Man, that's semantics. I don't give a damn with that. I'm just saying people of the darker hue all across the world going through the same thing. And come on. That's what I know. You know what I mean? That's what I know. So hopefully one day, might not be in our lifetime. I don't know, man. But it really troubles me. I can't say that I don't feel some kind of way. Like when I move around the city, most of the people I see in a suffering state. I'm talking about tents in the sidewalk, you know what I'm talking about, you know what I mean, by the freeway, huddled together. It's us. People look like me. And as a man, I have to feel some kind of way. I'm not that, no, don't have no compassion. I feel some kind of way. You know what I mean? About that. So I said, man, hopefully some way, shape, or form, more of us can see that and feel the need to, link up and do something. But right now, it looks real bleak. Okay. I gotta say, it looks real bleak.
And once again, I'm gonna always piggyback, and I'm with you on that. And in order for us to see that betterment, it's gonna take for us to come together. And for right now, and I know you say I hope, and I hope too, Coach. But for some reason, when I'm interacting with us day in and day out, and I'm talking to us day in and day out, and I'm dealing with people within the system day in and day out, I don't see no time. And when I say no time soon, because from my conversations with us, I don't see where the conversation is even leading to bringing us together. It's not, yeah. And I'm doing this every day. I don't even see where I could say, whoa, okay, I can see him changing or her changing. No, I see people having a conversation, and then once they leave that room or leave that building, that's it. It's a wrap. You understand what I'm saying? Well, nothing is gonna be a movement. We're gonna come back and do nothing. So by me being in this field where I'm working with us day in and day out, man, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And I hope that us can prove me wrong. This is one time that I would love to be proved wrong. I would love for you to come on here one night and say, hey, coach, we moving forward. The people doing this, the people doing that. I'd be like, wow. But you know what, coach? It won't happen. It won't happen. It's sad, and I'm being that bold to say it. And like I say, I wish that my people would show me that you're wrong. Show me I'm wrong. But for my conversations and my dealing with us every day, I don't see it. And coach, when I'm dealing with the mind, the body, the soul, that's a foundation for life. Most people that I'm talking to, they're not even connected in those three areas. Do you understand what I'm saying? You will have to, you will have to become conscious of things to even begin to move forward on something. And the people I'm talking to, first of all, let's just deal with the body. Let's deal with the body first. Consciousness. Have we, LOSS, have we lost our consciousness of taking care of ourselves physically? And it's simply the condition of being conscious. I literally believe that one of the problems that we have in the Black community, not worried about nobody else, when we begin to talk about being overweight, being obese, not taking care of ourselves, I literally believe we have LOSS We have lost consciousness. I think we are unconscious. I think we have just lost being conscious. I don't see it. I don't see where knowing, being aware, are able to feel or perceive. I don't see it. We have literally, as a people, lost conscience. That's a fact, coach. We have lost it dealing with the body. How can you tell me that your body, your health is all you have and you're not taking care of yourself? It's something that has happened. And as a people, we need to try to figure it out as a person. If you're sitting there and you know that you're in bad health because you're not physically taking care of yourself, it's time to address the issues. It's time to address the elephant in the room that we haven't been addressing. There is no reason for you to not take care of yourself physically. I'm seeing that you have lost conscience. We are a very unconscious people. What you think about that?
I told about it today. About a few hours ago, stopped by a spot not too far from the house. Chilled for me to grab something. I'm like, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn. So even that I observe, and it has to be something inside of you that switches on or switch off to give you that change. That's you. That's you, the individual, man. To some degree, you could observe someone to motivate you, you know what I mean, to go to take better care of yourself. But at the end of the day, that's you, man. And as much as I observe it, I ain't nothing I can do about that.
Right.
Because that's individual, plain and straight. You know, and if you're not seeing but yourself, then what else you not seeing about? You know?
Exactly. And you know what, from you speaking of, I'm very observant, and that helps me because when I see people that's overweight or obese, it really drives me not to be that way.
Yeah. And that's what I like, okay. I know that in me. Okay. I can push
Right.
harder.
Right.
Because it's bad. It was bad today, man.
Yeah. So that lets me know.
Yeah.
That lets me know, coach, somewhere along the line, we have lost, and I hope my people wake up, but we have lost being conscious about our health. We have lost. It's a wrap. And we're not observing. If I see someone who looks good, I'm like, whoa, I got to get on it. You understand what I'm saying? So I look at it, I look at it from both ways. I say, okay, yeah. And so that's one thing we're not doing. We got to be more observant. And now when it comes to the mind, oh my God, coach, once again, we lost. When it comes to our mind, and that's a part of an individual, got it, that knows, thinks, feel, or reason. You got to be able, we are a believing people. And believing, especially in religion, believing and a believer, it means you don't know. You just believe. You got to get to the point where you know some things. You got to, if you're going to believe in anything, you got to believe in yourself, believe in that which dwells within you, and know that you can do it. You got to know that you can do it in order for you to move forward. Mental ability, your intellect, your understanding. Mentally, we have lost our mind. We have, we don't understand that we are dealing with mental issues, as I say, a mental illness, or mental disorders. And you have said on several occasions, until we begin to be true to ourselves,
Yeah.
we'll never be able to move forward. So when you say you got hope, and then when I look at the three areas of the mind, the body, the soul, a foundation where we must work on making a balance, balancing our life. The biggest reason I say we won't see it no time soon. Number one, we have lost conscience about our bodies. It gotta be. It gotta be. How can you continue to be either overweight, obese, and don't take care of yourself, no physical? It's something. And we talked about it on another film where, you know, either you're gonna have to deal with something that happened in your past, or it's something that you're struggling with. But a lot of times we need help mentally, and we don't know how to seek and get help because a lot of times we don't see that there's anything wrong. So as a people, I don't see no time soon us getting better with our physical fitness. I don't see it because a lot of us have lost conscience to fitness. I don't see, Coach, no time soon us getting better with our mental state because there is nothing wrong. Let us tell it. And until we're able to face that there is something wrong and then address what's wrong, there will never be a change. And in our spiritual state, there won't be a change because we're enslaved to religion to the point where I'm caught in this doctrine. And I don't care if you're supposed to be a Christian or you're supposed to be a Christian, this the way we see it, this the way I'm going to live it. We won't change. We're indoctrinated, enslaved. So dealing with those three areas, we're lost, and we're lost religion-wise to I don't see no time soon us coming together or doing better collectively as a group. That's why it's so important that we begin to work with our children. That's why it's so important that we begin to work with our children so that they can build that foundation to be conscious that your health is everything. You lose it, you lose it all. Your mindset is everything because if you don't know how to activate it and deal with what's going on, you're not going to fare well. And don't get caught up in religion. And if you do take on a faith, I have no problem with it, but make sure that you live that faith. Definitely the principles of that faith. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why when I'm teaching children, I teach children when it comes to the soul, I don't care nothing about the religion aspects of it. I teach them the principles of success, the things that must come from within you for you to make it on your journey. And that's when I began to talk about your discipline and your self-control and that learning how to connect with yourself, which a lot of us as adults, we missed it in those three areas, dealing with our minds, our bodies, and our souls. And that's why right now today in 2023, that's why we're struggling as a people because we don't have a strong foundation and anything without a base will fall. And that's why we're falling, Coach. I'm gonna let you go, Coach. We got 3 minutes. Always give us a great closeout, and I appreciate you.
I'm gonna stick with, evolving, man. Every day, try to learn something new, get a motivation from, either from some you read, some you listen to, someone you heard, you know what I mean? And condolences to the people that lost their loved ones in, I think Jacksonville, I think the dollar store or something like that, man. Condolences to the families, man.
Absolutely.
I don't have to know your name in order to feel your pain. So I got to say that, condolences. Here we go again. So, but keep evolving, man. And like me, keep hoping, man. Keep hoping that we get it together. And do your part, individually, do your part in your community, do your part, in your area, you know what I mean? So hopefully that will be part of the puzzle that comes together to make the whole thing a collective, man. That's about it.
Well, I'm gonna leave it right there, Coach. I appreciate you for your closeout. So, family, make sure that you go, subscribe, share this information with at least 5 to 10 people that you know need to hear this right here. And make sure you hit that thumbs up. And, Coach, until the next time, I holler. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too, man.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.